Welcome back. It's day 2 in our series explaining Styrk's core values. Let's check in with Styrk founder Scott Rasmussen as he describes the benefits of a constructive environment.
Yeah, this is one of the real key things about Styrk. We want to have a place where you can come and have a discussion, hear different views, disagree with people, but do it with a smile on your face, do it with a smile in your text.
A smile in your text, right? Because this is online. And I'm curious, and I think that a lot of viewers are, is, you know, some of the other values, optimism, are more obvious. You know, of course you'd want those to be a part of any platform. But constructive environment, why is that so important to Styrk?
It is essential if you want to have community engagement and if you want to learn from each other. You know, one of the greatest things that you can do is find someone that you disagree with and take a moment to understand, why do they think the way they do? Most people have reasons, they have families, they're real people. You may never agree with them, but at least if you take the time, you learn something yourself and you begin that dialogue, and maybe you can find some common ground.
So finding common ground, one of the ways that people are able to do that on the web platform is by following the community guidelines. Of course, they're available on Styrk.com for everyone to read. It's totally transparent. What are some of those guidelines, maybe some of your favorites for writers and commentators on the site? Well,
you know, the basic one is, if you wouldn't say it to someone to their face, you probably shouldn't type it. I mean, let's be real. These internet conversations where you hide behind your keyboard are not good. They're not healthy. We're also going to be trying to do some basic things like we're keeping this site G and PG rated. No profanity, no sexual innuendo that gets out of hand. We want to keep this a place where everybody can come and read. And again, to hear these different views. The other thing, we don't want to attack individuals. You know, Kirsten, if you wrote something and I disagree with it, I can say, I disagree with what you wrote, I can share my views, but I don't need to call you names to do that.
Right, I totally agree. As I was reading through some of the community guidelines, some of my favorite tips for writers, life's too short. You know, everything you write doesn't have to be 10,000 words.
Right.
Another is seek the bigger picture, which I think so many people in comment sections and things can get bogged down in the details, when we're really trying to encourage people to see kind of everyone's viewpoint, multiple perspectives, and see the bigger picture, right?
Yeah, one of my pet peeves, you know, I'm a numbers geek, so when people take a number out of context, that always bothers me, or when they throw these numbers out and they don't really know how they relate to a story. So yes, we all have these things. The key to what we're doing here at Styrk, though, is this environment we're creating will be managed by the community, and we want to allow all those different perspectives.
Right, and I think that's an important thing to emphasize, is that it's not just Styrk people sitting here in the newsroom editing and making sure everyone's following rules. It's something that we want everyone to enforce these rules.
Correct. You know, the way our system works is every member who takes part in our community gets points as they continue to progress and contribute in a positive way. And if you get enough points, you can begin to exercise some editorial authority. And so, Kirsten, if you came out and wrote this profanity-laced diatribe about something, not going to happen, but if you did, some of our community members could say, no, you have violated these guidelines, and they have the ability to delete your post. Now, you also have the chance to clean it up and get it reposted, but we are giving that power to our community, and that will be the same not just for profanity, but for anything that leads into this attacking environment that's so common on the web. One of the key things we're trying to get away from. And we're also going to do other things to try and create that environment. We're asking you, if you do a comment, to write in full sentences. You know, don't write just a 2-letter response.
Right. I think that's so important, and I think a lot of people, you know, of all age groups, I mean, everyone from parents to, you know, college students looking to get online and share their opinions, share their writing, are looking for a positive space where they know they can share their ideas and they won't just be needlessly attacked for them, that there will be a constructive dialogue.
Exactly. You know, when we say that we have these guidelines, it is to encourage debate, not stifle it.
Right.
We want you to know that you can express you actually did a story last week on a study showing that people are afraid to share their views online because they will be attacked. We want you to know that you can articulate your views here, that people may disagree with you, but that you can do it safely. And, you know, maybe at the end of the day you learn a little something and you modify your views along the way too.
Absolutely.
Other people can be right.
Other people can definitely be right. All right, nobody has a handle, you know, full handle on the truth, right?
Correct. And you know, this whole process is going to take a lot of work. We have set up a website to empower a community to maintain these rules. We've put these guidelines and rules on the site for everybody to read. If you are, objecting to somebody else's post, you should refer back to these guidelines. But at the end of the day, the community has to enforce it. It is something that people have to want to come to. If you don't want to play by these rules, you'll probably get discouraged and go away. But we hope that people from all across the political spectrum, people that have all kinds of different views, can come and have a healthy conversation. I think we might even create a place where Dallas Cowboys fans and New York Giants fans can exchange views in a reasonable manner.
I don't know about that.
That may be pushing it too hard.
But you know what? But I believe at the end of our first year we'll be able to do it, right?
All right, that sounds great, Kirsten.
Maybe before then. So, well, thank you so much. And of course, we can't wait to hear about more of Styrk's core values coming up.
Thank you.
I'll touch base with Scott again tomorrow as we discuss why optimism is such an important part of our outlook here at Styrk. When we come back, we'll take a look ahead to the Major League Baseball playoff schedule and the quest for a World Series championship. And later, rock star Sammy Hagar gives us a few reasons to watch the Classic Rock Roll of Honor Awards show. Stay tuned for that and more from Styrk.